Oh no, this is bad. There's a lot of wishful thinking in my last vlog on this topic. Tons of wishful thinking. This looks bad. Past few hours, I've uh I've seen quite a few videos with details on this whole Big U situation, and I want to start out by saying I don't really feel I don't feel all that I don't feel all that qualified to talk about this. I don't. For a few reasons. One reason being, I don't even I just found out, I just became aware of this person 600, like today, maybe yesterday. Like, I didn't know what he looked like. I literally just had to go online and find some content on him to see who he was. You know what I mean? Because I don't usually rock on that frequency. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I was with the shits.com when I was younger, but when rap entered my life, all of that stuff kind of phased out. It made a resurgence for a period, but I think we successfully got it all out, right? So that's one thing. Like, I don't know these players. I'm wild far behind the eight ball. You know what I mean? Like, I this, it seems to be something that has been in the, they've been talking about this for a long time. Like my last video, I'm like, how do people be knowing when somebody about to get locked up? And if you've been in tune with a situation long enough, then I guess you can see signs or whatever. But like, I don't know. I was too out of the loop for that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm out of the loop. It really feels, California politics is Cali politics. It is what it is, right? And which leads me to another reason why I don't feel qualified. I feel like most of the people, I'm just speculating right now, right? But I feel like a lot of the bloggers, some of the most successful vloggers, they'll say any and everything, right? They'll do any and everything. What they won't do is show their faces in public. If you're willing to isolate yourself from the rest of the world, or the rest of your life, or you really willing to make that your entire life, then I get that that's a plus on a resume for a vlogger. You understand what I'm saying? If your qualifications, and that's not me. You understand what I'm saying? I happen to love California. I would love to keep going out there and enjoying myself, even though I ain't been out there in a while. But you know what I'm saying? California has always been good to me, and I try to return the favor. You know what I mean? But I can only say this. This looks bad, B. Not for California. This looks bad for Big U. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I mean, he turned himself in. Usually when people turn themselves in, it's like, you planning on fighting the case. You know what I'm saying? If you guilty or whatever, usually, all right, catch me if you can. Like the gingerbread man. That's a motto of the streets, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna do your job for you, coppers. You gotta, understand what I'm saying? So when you go and you turn yourself into the people, just usually as I've known it to be in my whole, my existence, that means you're intending on fighting this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, in regards to those intentions and aspirations, all of this stuff that I've been seeing floating around on the internet, that's just all of the, the, as the ladies say, receipts, all of this old videos of this one saying this one, that one saying it, it looked bad. Like they got phone calls from women that were in, that appear to have been within Big U's circle on some level. You know what I mean? Like this the evidence that's public out there that just stumbled across my timeline is wow. So imagine the evidence that may be available to them people that's been combing through it for months, years, and all of this. You understand what I'm saying? Yikes. 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 Um, if you love Big U, if if that's your folks, that's your peoples, he needs your prayer. He need all your positive energy, all of your positive vibes, because the way I look at these situations, I'm not no expert at none of this, but I am, I do have a, if there was a degree you could get in common sense, I believe I'd be on the honor roll. You understand what I'm saying? And looking at this, you know, a blind man could see that this is a bad look. Whack went on a rant talking about all kind of things that don't look good. Like, people inside his organization who, it's a mess, B. It's a mess. The dude 600 that I mentioned earlier, they said he was driving outside Big U house when the raid was happening, talking to the feds by name and all of that. Like, this is wild business right here. It really is, bro. Yeah. Even if Big U is innocent, if Big U is innocent of all of these charges, he should have ran anyway. Until he got some more stuff in order. Because it looks bad. It just looks bad. But, you know. I mean, I just came on here I had to share these thoughts because my wishful thinking was on 1,000 when I made the last video on this topic, and I can't have y'all. I don't know. My ego can't let y'all think I'm that slow. You understand what I'm saying? I'm sorry. This looks bad, and it's going to be hard. Pause. Pause, protesters, get your ass out of here. The rest of y'all, welcome to the nation. Monster Nation, that is. I'm your host, your tour guide, Mr. Monster Man Rocco, a.k.a. The Rock, Miss Monster. I'm the president. I'm the king around here. I'm the landlord, owner, janitor. I mop the damn floor. With you, if you don't follow the rules. The rules are you got to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. Trying to be a taxpaying citizen of the nation. Use a super thanks or a cash app. We actually prefer the Cash App, but y'all do y'all. Cash App tag will be in the description along with the Bandcamp link, which is there for those of you who would rather hear me rap than hear me yap. You know what I mean? All the mixtapes are there. And I got videos out right now. Squad is out there. Squad is a video off for Ether Rocks, right? It's a new video off for older album. Well, not oldest. It's new to most of y'all. I know y'all ain't hear it because you niggas don't buy music. But I actually shot the video in California. You understand what I'm saying? Like California, like I said, Cali's been good to me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, check all of that out. But yeah, like they said, the dude 600 was out there talking to the feds and stuff like that. And this is somebody that Wack got smoked with. When I, the only video I could find of son was him calling not Wack had smoke. I don't know if he got smoked with Wack. I'm not clear on all that. Like I said, I just found out his existence within the last 24 hours, right? But he definitely got smoked with Big U. And that was like when I was trying to figure only thing I could find, well, the first things that I found on him was him calling Big U a snitch, right? So anybody calling somebody a snitch online, on you don't like that person. There's you don't even call nobody that as a joke. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, not online, you know what I'm saying? And unless you said, nah, this niggas you talking to your man, he snitched to my girl that I ate her ice cream. This nigga's a bitch. You understand what I'm saying? That's cool. I mean that other than that, ain't nobody calling nobody a snitch online. So they clearly don't like each other. And Big U ain't some nobody that you could just call a snitch and get away with, right? From what I assume. It's gonna be, it's gonna be problems behind something like that. And so for him to be sitting, outside his, to be what time of raid? I'm on the East Coast. Niggas do them kind of raids. They usually be early in the morning. Remember when they raided Puffy crib and it was the middle of the afternoon or something like that, and we was like, that seems weird. That's weird right there. That's because they usually early in the morning. So if this was early in the morning, then what was the how the Ice-T song go? This Ice-T is from LA. What was it, 6 in the morning? Police at my door. How it go? Put in the comments. You know what I mean? They could have been at this nigga Big U crib 6 in the morning, and you riding by randomly, kicking it with the. It's nasty. I'm just saying. It's anyway. Make it to the end of this video. Let me get 4 prayer hands. Yeah, yeah. Rock on, rock on.